Hey there, it's Anne again. How are you? Now tell me, how was that special prayer of mercy last night? Remember, I asked you to pray for all those people who tease and taunt you and sometimes bully you because you profess to be a Christian. It's very hard sometimes to be a Christian, and to pray for mercy for others is generous and kind. I also asked you to pray for all those Christians around the globe whose lives are in danger or whose way of life is at risk because they believe. Just like those Christians 2,000 years ago, the martyrs and saints and Peter and Paul, some of them die for their faith. I hope you had a heart full of mercy last night. Today's Gospel reading is from John chapter 11. And it tells the story of all the signs that Jesus is doing. These signs and healings and wonders and miracles are making people believe in him and his promise of a new and different kingdom. But the Pharisees are very scared. Caiaphas, the chief priest, wants to arrest Jesus. He believes that it's better that one man die for the nation than many people are killed. Jesus too knows that this will be his ultimate sacrifice. The message Jesus had been teaching and preaching was a message of joy and hope. And so many people were excited about this message because their lives were very hard and sometimes very hopeless. So the message Jesus offered was something that gave them something to live for, a way of living that was larger and more dignified and more inclusive. It was a message of great hope. Tomorrow it is Palm Sunday, a very important day on this particular Easter and Lenten journey. On Palm Sunday, Jesus was welcomed into Jerusalem by a crowd of adoring people who were waving palms and shouting, "Alleluia, Alleluia." They were so excited to see him. Jesus was offering something new, a different sort of kingdom. But what Jesus did, he rode into Jerusalem on a donkey, an ass, a mule, not the war horse that the Romans were used to, but a gentle animal. And this is symbolic of the sort of kingdom of peace that he would bring. The crowd went wild. They were frenzied and excited and yelling and hopeful. But you know the thing about crowds, they are also very fickle. So, the challenge for tomorrow. You must attend Palm Sunday Mass. And more especially, when you take the Eucharist, you take Jesus into your heart and allow him to transform you. This is a very special last week of the Lenten journey as we accompany Jesus to Calvary. On Palm Sunday, in your church community, you will gather outside before you proceed into the Mass. Imagine that you are in that crowd. Perhaps imagine 2,000 years ago, you are excited, you are hopeful, you are one of the believers. Take the Eucharist and let it transform you. I'll see you tomorrow and ask you about that special time at Mass. Bye for now.